Coming up, abortion rallies take place across the nation, including here in the Commonwealth.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. Across the country, thousands are marching in defense of abortion rights. Bans off our bodies events are happening in cities nationwide, including in Lexington. Grayson Passmore was at the demonstration downtown. She explains why people say it's time to start taking action.
It's the chant heard around the nation Saturday.
Well, we don't want to be performative anymore. We can't afford to be keyboard warriors.
Demonstrations like this one are taking place in cities across the country. Our bodies! Calling them Bans Off Our Bodies events.
So we're hoping with the momentum that we take from today, we'll be going to our local legislators. We have voting happening this month. It's really important to get to the polls.
Julia Blake organized Lexington's pro-choice rally.
Now is the time to come together.
Hundreds downtown defending abortion rights following the leaked Supreme Court majority draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade, the landmark decision that protects a woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion.
If we are really pro-life, we have to protect the lives of women who find themselves with a pregnancy that is life-threatening. We cannot make abortion illegal.
Stephanie Cherry and her friend Amy Figgs holding the same Keep Abortion Legal signs women did back in 1973, protesting the very same issue.
It's ridiculous that I'm protesting this currently.
Shocking. It is shocking. People have lived through the time when women died from unsafe abortions, and we know that making abortion illegal doesn't stop abortion. It stops the opportunity for a safe abortion.
Protesters were met by 5 people holding Jesus Save signs, yelling the word repent. The large crowd of protesters had their own chants, saying women should have the right to choose what they do with their bodies.
If we can't be there for women throughout the whole course of their pregnancy, and then also the young child during its life, we're not doing anybody any favors by forcing someone to give birth.
In Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Protests have continued in a number of states today. Hundreds of thousands of people marking a day of action for abortion rights across the nation. The rallies are in response to a leaked draft opinion from the Supreme Court. Activists are also using the day to remind rally goers of their voting power in the upcoming November midterm elections. We're just 3 days away from Kentucky's primary elections on May 17th. Rand Paul is looking to be reelected for a 3rd term as a U.S. Senator. Yesterday, Paul and Democratic frontrunner Charles Booker answered questions about their campaign strategies.
But we have to appreciate what made our country great, and that was largely being left alone and having a small federal government.
I don't care about a title. I don't come from politics. And I just firmly believe with everything in me that if we stand together on our common bonds, we can change things. We can change the system. We can pull up the roots of inequity and structural racism.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell led a group of U.S. senators to the Ukrainian capital city of Kiev. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed the delegation. It's unclear when the meeting took place and whether the delegation is still in Kiev. On his Instagram account, Zelensky said the visit showcases America's bipartisan support for Ukraine. A couple weeks ago, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi led a congressional trip to Poland and Ukraine.
Well, we are still tracking showers and storms across the mountains tonight, but first, take a look at this awesome picture we got from one of our viewers. This is actually a double rainbow over in Whitesburg after one of those showers passed through earlier today. So thank you so much, Frida, for sending in that picture, and you can send us pictures as well using the WYMT weather app. Temperatures tonight in the upper 60s and lower 70s, 68 for Pikeville, 64 here in Hazard, 62 for Manchester, and 70 still over in Somerset. Up on Pinpoint Doppler, more showers are moving into the area, specifically west of I-75 over portions of Pulaski and Wayne County. So heads up in Somerset, you are about to get more showers as these continue pushing off towards the east. That forecast for tonight, temperatures falling into the upper 50s and lower 60s. We stay partly to mostly cloudy, watching out for those scattered showers, and more showers and storms are likely tomorrow. Some of those could be on the strong side. I have that full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Keaton.
Thank you, Cameron. To show support for the countless individuals battling brain cancer and the numerous other cancers out there, runners laced up to take part in the 5th annual Gray Matters 5K and 10K race today in Whitesburg. Nearly 200 runners came out for the annual event, making it the largest Gray Matters race to date. The event's co-founder and WYMT's very own Brandon Robinson says this event not only brings awareness to this disease, but it also shows others who are battling cancer that they're not alone.
So many families had dealt with it and didn't say anything about it. And then when I shared my story, people were like, oh, well, we're dealing with this too. We're fighting this battle with you. We're dealing with this. Where can we go? Where did you go? And I think me going public with that made a lot of people start talking about it more openly than they would before.
The money raised from today's race will be split between the Letcher County group I CAN, which helps those in need, including cancer patients, and the Hazard ARH Cancer Center. Folks gathered at Keeneland today to raise awareness about heart disease. More than 1,000 people came out today to raise money and awareness about the multitude of health issues that make up heart disease. The American Heart Association says heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States.
We're here today to kind of spread the message about, heart disease, stroke, prevention, all those things.
Andrea Uten, the executive director of the American Heart Association, said the purpose behind this fundraising event was to support research that will save lives and improve them. Mother's Day may be behind us, but that doesn't stop one group from continuing to celebrate. The Ashland, Kentucky Moms Club hosted a moms conference earlier today. They hosted speakers and local vendors from all across the area. There were talks about mental health, foster parenting, car seat safety, and more, as well as jewelry stands, florists, bookshops, and other shops dedicated to helping out moms.
To see everybody actually utilize this information that we're giving them. I'm excited to see what this does for the community. We plan to make it an annual event. So hopefully next year we'll have more speakers and we'll have more vendors, and yeah, we're just hoping to build every single year.
The goal of the conference is to get moms and kids active in the community and make connections with neighbors across the region. The U.S. baby formula shortage has sparked a surge of interest at milk banks around the U.S. The organizations collect milk from mothers and process it, including through pasteurization, then work with hospitals to distribute it. The Human Milk Banking Association of North America said it was seeing a major increase in demand. Experts say milk banks may not be the solution for every formula-fed baby, especially those with dietary restrictions. Today in Floyd County, hunters were out in bunches hoping to secure their very own elk tags. WYMT's Jordan Mullins has more from officials and guides at the Elk Hunt Draw at the Mountain Arts Center.
Welcome everybody to the Elk Hunt Draw.
On Saturday, the 2022 Elk Hunt Draw was held at the Mountain Arts Center, and hunters were hoping to hear their names called, securing their tags for the hunt of a lifetime.
Braxton Blankenship.
And when names are called, the Kentucky Elk Guides Association, a local nonprofit, is helping hunters along their journeys.
When you get to experience that with them, I mean, some of them are overwhelmed and you get to help them out. Then you get to see the end effect of it, you know, when they do harvest an elk. You're there and get to see their happy side of it.
Along with guides, folks are also out enjoying vendors of all kinds.
We got vendors here. You can get you some popcorn and a cold pop to drink if you want to. And then we've got guides and different vendors here that are here promoting their products and promoting Kentucky elk.
Elk that were introduced 25 years ago and are now in 16 counties across the region.
You're talking about an honor. You're hunting probably one of the most majestic animals in North America.
Aaron Schwartz.
Boosting tourism in the area by drawing in those looking to bag a trophy elk.
There are going to be tens of thousands of people that are going to have the opportunity to come over here and experience what this wild elk herd is, but they're also going to get to share the beauty of Eastern Kentucky.
Promoting Appalachia and the wildlife that calls it home. In Prestonsburg, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Storm says when dealing with conservation efforts, 25 years is not a very long time, but this year's milestone is an example of the hard work done by the founding fathers of Kentucky's elk reintroduction. Storm also says there were nearly 95,000 entries in this year's drawing. Rocking out for a good cause, that's the message coming from Camp Landing in Ashland this evening as they held a concert for Ukraine. Artists like laid-back country picker Corduroy Brown and Luna and the Mountain Jets performed all day today to help raise money for the country. Food trucks were available for attendees. While the concert was free, there were locations set up for anybody to donate money to go towards helping the citizens of Ukraine.
When we see people in our own community that are needing assistance and they're needing our assistance to help their families that are in Ukraine, then it makes it a lot smaller. It makes this world a lot smaller, and we begin to really see our connection with people, even though it may seem like they're on the other side of the world.
There were even 2 Ukrainian guest speakers to talk to all the guests. The University of Kentucky hosted its first ever job fair today. The university had a goal of filling more than 700 jobs. The event took place at Kroger Field. With more than 24,000 employees, the university is one of the largest employers in central Kentucky, and it's continuing to grow. The job fair reportedly had openings in healthcare, communications, facilities, and more.
I'm basically looking to start new. I'm 67 and looking, and I'm gonna work till I can't work.
Everyone who attended today's job fair registered with UK. Steve Ivey works in communications for UK's Human Resources. He said the university will let folks know about future openings. He said they hope to fill the majority of the positions by summer to be set for the fall semester. A school assignment has stirred up controversy for a Louisville school. The assignment at the Christian Academy of Louisville told middle school students to write letters to friends who are gay, telling them they don't approve of their lifestyle. Students were graded on how persuasive they were. Screenshots of the assignments were shared on social media with comments from more than 1,000 people. One former student of the school reacted to the assignment.
They're a private school, they can do what they want. They have a board, they create their own values. Parents decide where their kids go to school. I would only say is, I didn't feel like I had a voice in 7th grade either when I was being forced to attend schools that I didn't have a say, and these kids should have a voice.
The school superintendent released a statement saying the study focuses on discussing what are humans and where is their identity. The superintendent said they are reviewing the assignment. Coming up at 11, 10 people are dead and 3 are injured after a mass shooting at a Buffalo supermarket.
And strong to severe storms are possible on Sunday. I have all those details coming up.
Summer's here, and with a great deal on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things